Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? I got a headache right now. I gotta take some Tylenol or something for my freaking headache. But other than that, I'm doing good. Just trying to keep my mind staying positive and shit right now. Just trying to look on the bright side of things, be grateful for what I have and all that crap. Uh, I have a lot to live for, so I got. Hey Ronnie, I got family. I got my man. I got you know friends, lots and lots of friends. So I mean, feel like I just take things for granted sometimes. I just wallow in everything. And you can't take things for granted. You definitely can't take things for granted. You got to appreciate the people in your life. So, yeah. But, anyways, my man just left to go take his nephew to work. I didn't want to go. He's like, "Do you want to? You're not going to go?" I'm like, "No, I'll stay home." I'm trying to get him some time to miss me. You know what I mean? Just give him time to miss me more than he already does. That's why I didn't go. Plus, I wanted to smoke and vlog, so I just didn't feel like going. I did change my outfit. I'm wearing the one pants that actually fit me, you guys. That I have. I have one pair of pants that actually fit me really good, and they're size 22s. This is my outfit. Yeah, these are size 22s. So yeah, size 22s. Oh, I found my lighter right here. I don't think it's gonna light though. Yep, it lit. It lit. I dropped it the other day when I was pissed off. I dropped that over the other day when I was pissed off about something. I think I was ticked off that I had no time with my man or something like that that day, and I got really pissed off and freaking threw my fucking lighter across the way. And I'm like, fuck, I need that. You know what I mean? But when you're angry, you don't think about all that stuff. You just act upon it. Anger can get the worst of you. I mean, I slammed doors and all that crap, which I'm not allowed to slam doors anymore. Russell's mom told him to make sure that he told me that can't slam doors anymore, which is going to be really hard to do. But she said that his mom, last time I did it, I guess I did it a little too much, and she got really upset about it. She just told him to tell me, you know what I mean, kind of thing, rather than telling me herself because she didn't want to be rude or anything like that. But literally, like, yeah, it sucks. I do not want to piss his mom off. So me and her get along pretty damn good. I don't want to mess that up, for anything. Yeah. So, but yeah, lately I've been kind of like quiet and to myself lately, especially on days that Russell's working, my man's working. Um, I'm just like keeping to myself a lot lately, just isolating myself, kind of thing. I've always isolated myself for many years, and I'm just like, just keeping to myself. I'm coming out of that shell a little tiny bit where I do want to be around people just a little bit more, but I'm just couple days ago or whatever, I was really bad off with shit with my mental illness and all that crap where I literally like just didn't even come out of my room hardly at all. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was very quiet with everybody. And I live with a group of people. Like I live with his mom, dad, nephew, niece's fiance. I live with a lot of people. And my man, of course. But yeah, I live with a lot of people, so but I just been just, quiet and stuff. I'm not like I mean, I'm coming out of my shell. I'm looking on the positive side, like he's off today. He's getting this new job coming in. You know, he wasn't happy with the hours that he was away from me. So that makes me feel good. Um, it just really put a damper on, like, it just really ruined me. Like, I would go like 15 hours sometimes with no communication at all, like, at all, because his job was so freaking strict about phones that he was at. So, like, it just was really, like, that was too hard. I'm hoping to God that this new job's a lot better for us, because I just, but then my brain psyching me out and saying, "Oh, if he gets weak as up, he's gonna be leaving you all the time. He's gonna be doing it." Just all this stuff is just making me like worried about stuff and all this stuff. Like, my brain just sucks um with stuff, and change is good, but sometimes change is overwhelming for me. Change is sometimes overwhelming for me, for real, because you get used to things the way that they are, and then they just change, and you got to get used to the change. And sometimes it's just, like, it's hard. It's hard to deal with change. Even little change is hard for me to deal with. Like, when I was growing up, my mom would have me put the dishes away or whatever I did, or she'd have me do something, and then she'd switch around where she put stuff all the time, and I hated that, because that was a change. I didn't want that change, and it's just I had chores growing up and all that stuff. I was the person that cleaned the bathrooms a lot, because I would do a really good job at cleaning the bathroom. My mom knew that I was really good at cleaning the bathroom, so one of my jobs was to clean the bathroom, because she knew I would clean off the counters and make them sparkling, sparkle, and she liked the way that I cleaned the bathroom, so that was one of my chores. But yeah, like, change is hard sometimes. Like, change, even the minor change is sometimes hard for people, especially me. But um, I'm used to the routine that me and him have together. I'm used to going off and having my cigarettes in the morning, and all that stuff, and waking up and all that stuff. And I'm just gonna have to get used to things the way that it is, at a different job, where he's gonna wake up early in the morning and possibly have time for me to get dressed and go to work. So it's gonna be a different schedule. It's gonna be totally different. Hopefully we'll have more time together at night. Hopefully he's not like going to bed right when he gets home, which I know he won't. I know him too well. I know he'll at least wait an hour after he gets home or whatever to go to bed. So, but he'll have to be there like 8 a.m. So, like, my brain's like thinking all this negative stuff, and I hate it. But he'll be having to go there at 8 a.m. So he'll probably have to get up at like 6 or 7, 6 o'clock or whatever time, and then spend time with me, and then go to work at 7 a.m. or whatever time he goes. It's gonna be just a big hassle. It's gonna be a headache, but that's life. Life's a bitch sometimes. Life's a bitch. People are like, life's a bitch and then you marry one, or whatever the fuck they say. Life's a bitch and then you die. Whatever the fuck they say, that saying. But life's a bitch sometimes. And you get curveballs thrown at you too. Like, my life's pretty simple though. I just deal with a lot of, like, just, I don't really deal with drama, thank God. I don't deal with a lot of drama. My sister hasn't put drama in my life for a while now. I don't really deal with tons of drama, except just being mad at certain people in my life, and I don't deal with tons of drama. So, get in fights with people. I admit, I get in fights with my brother, but we always make up. I think we get on each other's nerves because we love each other so much, and because we're like the same. Like, me and my brother are really a lot alike, and I think that's why we bump heads so freaking much. Plus, he's always got to be right about everything, and I just, we bump heads, but we get along. We actually been getting along a lot better lately. Like, we've been doing really good lately. We're always there for each other. Me and my brother are always there for each other all the time. Only a call away, unless we can't talk to each other because appointments or man wanting to spend time with you or whatever situation it is or whatever. We're always there for each other no matter what. And people think he's my twin brother. They literally either would think he's my twin brother or my husband. So they would think either that or the other. They thought we were twins. Wherever we go, we would be each other with each other all the time back then. We played our games as kids and all that stuff, and had a good imagination with each other. My brother has a really good imagination. We'd play different games, and we'd play the nose lady, where he literally like act like different people. Like, I think I have a video of the nose lady or something like that on my channel. It was a game that me and my brother played. It was fun. It was a fun game where he'd play different characters, and I'd have to run away from the nose lady that wants to eat my nose. It was so fun. And like, we'd make swings together in the backyard. We had a tree house at one point. I don't know if my brother Jeff made the tree house or who made the tree house, but we had a tree house at one point that I fell out of. I literally fell out of a tree house. Well, it wasn't really a tree house. It was more like a piece of wood, like flat down, and you could go on there and all that stuff. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And I fell out of the tree. And I remember my legs were shaking and everything. I was freaked out and everything like that. And I think I took a bath or whatever afterwards, because I was all covered in mud or whatever it was, and I just scraped and all that stuff, and I just brushed it off because it wasn't like a bad fall or anything like that. It was just a tree fall, and I've never broken a bone in my body, so I'm really lucky. I've had sprained ankles and all that stuff, but I've never broken a bone in my body, thank God. Oh, Jeff did. My brother said Jeff made the tree house or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Jeff did. Yeah, Jeff's my other brother. He lives in Utah. But yeah, so anybody that doesn't know, I got two brothers and two sisters, and I'm the youngest. Anybody that wants to know. Um, so I was a Navy brat too as a kid growing up. I was a big Navy brat. Always playing with my friends growing up, playing house and Barbies, and I didn't stop playing Barbies till I was like in middle school, late middle school, or I didn't grow out of it for a while. I love playing Barbies. Oh my, that sucks, Ronnie. My brother said he remembers cutting himself bad on the swing set. Yeah, we had a swing set too. Um, Lots of good times growing up. I had a friend that had a Barbie car that had a seatbelt on it that I loved. I was obsessed with it. All my friends had better toys than me though. It's probably why I wanted to play at their house all the time, but all my friends had better toys. I just love playing with their toys and hanging out with them and playing. And my friend Karen, she had a, a house in the back of in her back, and it was literally like a house. It was like its own little house, like where we could play baby dolls and house together and all that. She had really cute baby dolls. And then my friend Roxanne, she would sell me Barbie doll clothes for like 25 cents, 50 cents. She'd sell me her Barbies and stuff. And it was cool. Yeah. Roxanne and we met in middle school. Me and Karen knew each other in middle school. Um, yeah, so. And I believe I saw my friend Lisa for the first time in middle school too, but I don't know. Back then I wasn't friends with her, so I was kind of like, I don't know, her gothic makeup and stuff. I was scared. I was like scared a little bit because I didn't know like herself. Like, don't. That's a proven fact. Do not judge a book by its cover because she's the most sweetest thing ever. She doesn't really goth out anymore, but she's like the most sweetest thing you'd ever met. My friend Lisa. And back in middle school, when I first saw her, like when I first saw her before we became friends, like we didn't become friends till high school. But before, like I was afraid. That's what they say. Do not judge a book by its cover. But her face was all covered, in white powder. She had the gothic makeup. She had the gothic clothes. And I didn't know how she was going to be. I didn't even try to talk to her. I was just like, and hopefully she doesn't watch this. But Lisa, you're the most sweetest thing ever. And I love you so much. But hopefully she never watches this. But I was honestly like the first time I saw her, like I didn't tell her later on in our friendship, but she looks so different. But yeah, like Lisa is such a talented person too. She's great at playing a keyboard. She would play keyboard all the time. She'd write poetry. We'd hang out, and then there was Helen. That was my best friend. Sadly, she passed away. Don't want to talk about that because it's sad. Um, Helen was, the glitter queen. She was like the glitter queen. She was freaking awesome as hell. Sweetest thing ever too. But those are some friends that I grew up with. But yeah, so but anyways. But yeah, there's all kinds of friends. And then there's Ginger that I wish I was closer to Ginger. Like I need to like message her a lot more. Kind of been so busy in life that I just feel like I just neglect my friends. Especially ones that I grew up with, but they're always checking on me and everything like that. And Ginger, I just feel like I'm not as close to her as I used to be. And it's like it goes both ways, but it's like I blame myself, you know what I mean? So probably need to hit her up sometime and see how the weather was there and all that stuff because one time she had a storm going on and I was worried about her. But I need to probably get a hold of her more and other friends of mine that I grew up with California with. But yeah, there's a cute little butterfly over here. Oh, hey butterfly. It's just a yellow butterfly. Look how cute. Flap your wings. You're adorable butterfly. Adorable butterfly. Anyways. A lot of my friends are married right now and have kids and all that stuff. Like all of them are pretty much all married. That are girls at least. So yeah. It came back. Hi pretty butterfly. Hi beautiful butterfly. You're so cute. How adorable. It's just a little yellow butterfly just flopping all over the place. Little baby. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing, Latina J Vlogs? Good to see you. Aw. Yeah, she probably did say come to visit with the butterfly. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I love you too. Hey, pretty butterfly. Pretty